Recording in progress. Recording in progress.
So the first question, guys, okay, which are the following is following best describes the main objective of management accounting. So I can remember the last paper you all did was it asked about like okay, what is the main objective of fine or what is meant by financial accounting, right? Okay. So in this guys, okay, the first one, if you see, right, of management accounting is all about what, Buddha? It is all about providing information for whom? For the internal managers, for managers, mainly for planning and controlling purpose, right? So in management accounting, it is mainly what on they can provide historical information, they can even provide forecasted or budgeted information too. You all know that. But if they ask you what is management accounting, you they should mention who are the stakeholders. Obviously, the stakeholders should be managers. Sorry, internal is also okay. And then why could we? What is the objective of management accounting? Always accounting means providing information. However, the objective of management accounting is providing information for managers for decision making. So what the main activity of managers? Plan and control, right? So if you check this, providing only future information is wrong, guys. Only future. When if they can provide a forecasted information, they are also able to provide what past or historical information too. Supplying financial and non-financial information, correct. For management decisions, correct. Okay, that is correct. So I won't straight away jump into the conclusion that is the answer. If there is no better answers, we would go with the second one. Providing non-financial information regarding to external parties wrong, guys. Supplying information to meet legal. Management account is no need to prepare any legal. It's not a legal requirement, right? That means you don't want to report it for tax purpose, or you don't want to submit it to the what guys computer registrar, or you don't want to do that. You don't want to prepare as annual reports, no. So last one is the definition of accounting, no, right? So the answer is number two. Can you all see me, guys? Can you all hear the voice clearly? Can you all see the screen when I'm writing? All fine. Shall we do the discussion this way? The first question I just discussed. Is this fine? Reply at the end of the. Okay, no. Shall we continue this way, Harne? At least a thumbs up, yes, so that I know there is no issues in the setup. Harine, Haribudha. Now look at this. Second question is which of the following statements about accounting concept is correct? So you all know that we had studied with the 13 accounting concepts. Right. Okay. The first one says receiving sales advance is recognized as revenue under the realization concept. Okay, guys, if you receive sales advance, no, you don't want to have the knowledge of accounting concept. Buddha. You know that if you receive sales advance, it is not going to be what, Buddha? It is not going to be recorded as a revenue, no? Right? Okay, it should be recorded as a pre-received incomes like that, right? So, however, realization concept says or not only if you confirm the ownership is transferred, regardless whether money is received or not received, guys. Okay, right? You should record it as sales revenue. So, realization concept does not recognize any sales advance as revenue. Here they are saying receiving a sales advance. So, therefore, guys, okay, because they are saying receiving a sales advance, you that is not going to be the answer there. So, I can take A answer out of the equation, right? Okay. So B, I don't want you to read. Now, if you are a student, you don't want to even read B. Why is it? Because the answer options, the available answer options has B as the answer, right? Okay. So let's just read B and C. Okay. So assets that are used but not legally owned are recognized as assets under subsidy. Yes. Simply what guys? Right of use asset, you all know. Now you are grade, you are students who are going to write to exam. So you know better than grade 12 students about the substance over form concept. What is it? Assets that are like not legal ownership is not important if you are able to obtain economic benefit and as well as you bear the risk of that asset. So that is correct. Gross profit is calculated cost of sale from sales based on yes, matching concept matches the expenses, uh, relevant income and expenses, okay, for that particular period. So answer is B and C. Third one is the answer, right? Okay, that is what first page had two questions. Question number three, guys. A business that uses weighted average cost method for inventory valuation for the past 5 years changed to 5-4 method. So you all know that say without clear reason which concept is violated. So you all know that consistency concept says what you know, always follow the same policy unless otherwise the new policy gives a better and a reliable information or else a standard request to do so. Here they are saying without clear reason, that means there is no specific reason like the new method is better or else the standard has said, therefore it is violating consistency concept. Fourth one is the answer, right? Is there a small delay in this one, guys? Writing? Oh, no, no. Fourth one is the answer, right? Right. Next one, guys. Okay. PL company registered for value added tax. PL company registered for value added tax. Purchase goods worth rupees 805,000 on credit from Narmada traders. Okay, look, guys, the question is very simple. They're asking you what, guys? Okay, source documents to use to record. So normally, students would have made mistake here. What you know, when they make academy, the accounting books of PL company. That means you have to think as the accountant of PL Kuta. So you don't want to think about like Narmada's. Is it Narmada? Yes, Narmada's point of view, right? So PL company registered. Okay, so PL company registered for value-added tax, purchased goods worth 805,000 on credit from Narmada traders on 2024 to 10. So PL company purchased goods on credit means obviously the answer is going to be one purchase invoice. So here they haven't specifically mentioned as purchase invoice. So I'm going to take this answer as invalid, right? Okay. Next, for the invoice amounts to includes 15% VAT. Of these goods, items were 230 were returned. So, who is returning, guys? Okay. Who is returning? PR means our business is returning. So, I taught you the shortcut. Purchase return means inside the letter P, we have the debit note. So, answer make out. Credit note will not come. Right, okay. So you have only two answers. And next one, PL company settled. Settled. So PL only paid. So therefore, we paid, no guys, okay. So it's payment voucher. Question number four, the answer is what? Fourth one. Okay. Question number four, the answer is fourth one. Correct double entry for the goods purchased on credit on 2024 to 10. In PRs, yes, still we are, sometimes they might ask you in your exam. The first one would be for PR's business. And second, they would say like the double entry for the goods purchased from PR. No, this is what they can say goods sold to PR in Narmada's book. So you have to be always cautious regarding the wordings used in the question, right? Okay. So you all see here then double entry purchase account obviously debit, which should exclude any VAT puta. So you all know here in the first one there is no VAT. It is VAT registered business no puta, right? So when the make in again second one there is no VAT in the right? Okay. A third one, we have purchase account debit and VAT credit. So here you have to calculate whether the they haven't given the VAT calculation. So you should calculate the VAT calculation. So everyone knows in this class what is it? Purchase plus VAT is equal to 805,000. Purchase plus VAT is equal to 805,000. And this includes 15 percentage VAT. No, that means VAT is 15 percentage of purchase, which is 100 percentage. අපි පුතා කෝකටද VAT එක බලන්නේ හැම වෙලේම purchase එකටයි sales එකටයි. We always calculate VAT for sales and for purchase. So because we are calculating VAT on sales and purchase, always the purchase is and the sales is the 100%. So if you are selling including VAT, the amount that we are going to charge from our customer or the amount we have to pay to our supplier is 115 percentage. So if you can't go it as percentage, you can use the letter X or Y or A or B or whatever. So here, 115 percentage is equal to 805,000. So if it is equal means if I divide means I'll get how much is 1 percentage. No. So 805,000 divided by 115 is equal to, guys, how many 115s are there in 805,000? 805 divided by 115 is equal to 7. No, guys, okay. So there is 7. How much is like 1 percentage? It is equal to 7,000. Then, if 1 percentage is 7,000, 15 percentage is equal to 105,000 rupees. That means VAT is 105 means purchase is equal to 700,000. These are easy workings, right? Your last accounting paper තමයි had you all said time මදි එහෙම ගාලා because that was the final paper we'll discuss. ඒකත් බලමු. හරි. So 700 plus 105. So I can say purchase account 700, expense increase. VAT control account, you can say VAT control account. If it is only purchase, it's a prepaid VAT. If not, the liability would decrease and we have to pay the supplier 805,000. Answer is number three. The answer is number three. So far, so good. Can I get a reply, guys? Okay. So far, you all understood? We discussed 5 questions. Right. Okay. Now, question number six, Buddha, right? Question number six, based on the information given below, what is the net asset of this? Is very easy, Buddha. Net asset kila kiyanne equity. So here you all know there's an equation for net asset. No, what is it? I mean the closing. You can write this using the net profit equation. If not, Buddha, you can use just the normal way of calculating the closing and opening equity. So one way is, opening equity is there plus additional capital minus, I'm writing how equity would change, guys. Okay, plus the net profit is equal to the closing equity, which is the closing equity. So here the closing equity is given over the how much is the closing equity? Look at the date, right? 331. Closing equity is given 840. Net profit is given 210. Normally, no need to write these things when in your exam. You can simply do this using a calculator. So cash and goods, some students will get confused here. Buddha. Any draw, the total drawings you record here, 130. How can they confuse you here? No, they might say we have done sums, right? Monthly drawings kiyanda puluwan, no, and they might say sometimes like weekly drawings. Then there are 52 weeks for a year. Likewise, they might confuse you with what like drawings, monthly, weekly, so that you have to calculate. Additional capital, they haven't mentioned like a zero, so they're asking you this, Buddha. So you know what should you do? Take your calculator, 840. Normally this is minus, no? So then add 130. So 840 plus 130 is equal to 840 plus 130 is equal to 970. Then minus 210. Normally it's added, no? So reverse the minus, So 840 add 130, 970. 970 minus 210 means it's going to be 760. Fourth one is the answer. Fourth one is the answer. Clear? Can I get a reply? The physical class means mamuna bala danagannawa meke. Right, okay. So you'll have to reply me using chat option. Is it clear, Buddha? Now say me, is my audio video lagging? Nah, I said no, today it's going to be like a different. I'm not using the smart board, Buddha. ඒකේ තමයි පොඩි මෙහෙම තිබ්බ අර අනිත් කැම් එකේ settings. Any lags? No, no? Right, okay. Let's go for the next one, which is a very simple question. Let's go for the next one, eh? A simple question, right? What is the correct impact on accounting equation of receiving past years written off bad debt? Right, guys, past years written off bad debt is known as actually, what do we call this in accounting? We call it as bad debt recovery. No, we call it as bad debt recovery. So when you are receiving cash with however, when there's a receiving past years written off bad debt means we are receiving cash for a previous bad debt. So we can't go and change past year's financial statement. So we are receiving cash means cash will increase, no, so which is an asset increase. So this is wrong, this is wrong, asset decrease wrong. So asset would increase. And what is bad debt recovery, Buddha? Bad debt is expense, no? Bad debt recovery is not income. Eh? Some students misunderstand. Bad debt recovery is income. But bad debt recovery is not expense increase. Expense would decrease. It's similar to sales and sales return. No, sales means income. Sales return also income. So what is the difference? Sales will increase equity, income. Sales return will decrease income. So here bad debt will expense would decrease means equity would increase. So fifth one is the answer. Fifth one is the answer. Right? Okay. Most of students ask from this is this question coming after the exams. What about that question? Not one, eh? Right? Many of them answer. What about this question? I think guys, you all can see now this paper. Most of the questions are translate करवे हैं अंदर मैंने main में make ओकला focus करना नहीं हुआ there is a point here. Did you all notice it? No. Here look guys. Okay. So most of you would have quickly answered this using what you know the short method I taught you all. If not, we will do using the subscription account. So if we had used the subscription account here, right, Buddha? If you had used the subscription account here, uh, members fee receivable. So I would like, but I have to know that you are like focused in the class, right? Okay. So can you all say me, guys? Okay, me. Opening receivable is asset or liability? Silly question, but it's okay. Opening receivable is asset or liability? Should not ask from a student who is sitting this year, but it's okay. You will think I use a podilamege prashnahan debagila. Come on, again. Opening receivable is asset, no? So what will I write here, guys? Okay, opening receivable is asset, so it is 60, no? So I'm going to prepare the subscription account here. Then opening received in advance is 20 liability, no? So here this is going to be asset, this is going to be liability. Now look at this. Membership fee receivable as at the opening was decided to cancel by the management, so written off, no? So you write off the 60. The 60 I'll again null write off. Next, membership fee income for the year is 1,200. So income and expenditure account you record as income, no? So that is credit. Therefore, here it is debited, right? 1,200. Membership fee receivable kila kiyane as at the closing. Guys, I think we changed. 2024 4/1 331 is just 1 day different. No, it should be like 431. That was the problem here. Did we correct that during the exam, guys? The dates? Did we correct? It's 1 day difference also one. Nah, Nika, you that is 2020. This correct, correct. That's my Niva. That is correct. This 2023, this 2024. Hurry up. So what is this 50 guys? Okay, subscription, membership fee receivable. So closing asset 50 and 50. When there's a carried down, there should be a brought down here, and then subscriptions in advance is 60 here. Look guys, now if you do the calculations here, 1320, and if you minus this 8 130, so if you minus 130 from 1320, how much is your receipts and payments, Buta? Is it 1190, third one? Did anyone do the answer right now with me? 1190. Most of you all got 1250 no when you are doing the workings. Why is it? You all miss the Unada miskare Buta Ola miskara when this subscription membership fee receivable. That's the reason, right? Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we discuss Buta like 8 questions, right? Ninth one is, guys, you all know I had said you all, when it comes to accounting, Bhutame, time management is the key, no? So from your revision class, I always said, when you are doing this, it's not magic, no, simple logic, use the shortcut method. So I have taught you all something known as the ABC approach, no? So the question, what are they asking you is, the question they're asking is question number 9. They are saying adjusted cash account balance. Question number 10. The cash account, cash book. Now, here we don't use the word cash book again, no, guys. Okay. That is the cash account, right? Cash control account before receiving the bank statement. So, very simple. How to answer this question? I had said you all, how would the examiner normally put this question, no, guys? Okay, how he would do? He will ask you one of these or two of these balances. Means they should have given one of the balance. So in my short method, I taught you all. Actually, the gap between B and C is actually the reconciliation statement. So this is the bank statement balance. So the bank statement balance shows 720,000. No, bank statement balance showed 720,000. Okay, bank statement balance showed 720. But the balance in the cash account was different. So the following info, where is Megaram guys? Last week paper, you can't even like compare. This paper was very simple. That's why most of you have scored well in this paper. So last paper, Tama, you all like need, and I might discuss your central province as well as what the ministry paper too, right? Okay. Also, I got some like. That Northwestern Province papers too. I can provide you all try and then we'll discuss. After I discuss this Tuesday's paper, then you all try the 2025 paper and see one group paper paper one. Some had messaged me asking for the paper. The papers in the venue. You all right. Okay, so I will give you all that. You all can answer using the PDF or taking a printout, right? So may a check issued for 70,000 has not been presented. So you all know very well, unpresented check is 70,000. Next one, check deposited was credited by the bank. So guys, bank crediting means bank is adding, right? So you all know for the bank credit me indirectly without saying unrealized, they are saying we deposited check on the last day. That means we have added, bank has added the next month. That means bank has not added means we call it as unrealized. So unrealized check is 40,000. Standing order 8,000 has not been recorded. So we have not recorded 8,000. And last one, direct deposit 25,000 has not been recorded in the cash book. So direct deposit 25,000 had not been recorded means we haven't added 25. So simply take your calculator and you don't want to write X, Y, and all to find this. Just simply use the calculator and go in reverse. 720 plus 40, 760. 760 minus 70, 690. 690 plus 8 is 698. 698 plus 25 is it 723? I hope my calculations are correct. I'm not using calculator. So first of all, they're asking Buddha like what is the adjusted cash is 690. So ninth one, Buddha, you can go with first answer, right? And what was the before receiving bank statement? I have made some mistake. Let's see what is it. Direct deposit was 25, is it? Yes. Standing order payment 8,000. So 690, you can calculation mistake. 690 plus 8 is 698. 698 minus 25, no? 698 minus 25 is equal to here 673,000. 673,000. I added. No, I should have done minus. So 673 means answer is fourth one. Hurry. So question number 10 we discussed, and now question number 11 is related to what? Puthe? Related to manufacturing account. No, so you students had done grade 13 overhead costing and all means make a nothing overland. Hurry. Right, okay. So guys, they have given you the opening raw material, the closing raw material. Then I had taught you all how to answer these questions. I have taught you all short methods as well as with meaning. You know, guys, I always say meaning is number one, right? Meaning is number one. And meaning is number one. After that, only the shortcut should be applied, right? Some students directly go with shortcut, and some questions they struggle. Why is it? Without meaning, certain questions cannot be done, right? Okay, so they're asking guys, work in progress is valued at production cost means you have to add the work in progress after including the overhead and the prime cost. That's all. What is the prime cost and the total production cost for the year ending, right? Okay. So, guys, first of all, let's calculate the production cost. Very simple, and then uh, we can calculate the prime cost too, or you can calculate prime. हमारे गुलाम, if you add everything, Buddha, if you add everything, it is going to be what was okay. If you add everything, it is going to be production cost. Shall I say, as students, what did you struggle? Bonus on production units. Buddha, on production units, if they pay a bonus, it is a direct cost. It is a direct cost. So, question number 11, let's see, Buddha. At question number 11, let's see. Open stock of raw material 250, purchase is 150. Then this is known as raw material available for production. Then guys, okay, 130 is remaining means you have to minus 130. So 400 minus 130 is equal to 270. This is the raw material used or direct material. Increase in work in progress means, Buddha, increase in work in progress means your closing work in progress is greater than opening work in progress. So you know it's opening minus closing work in progress. No. So just imagine your closing is greater than opening means oya puta loku ganak minus karana. You are minusing a bigger value. So the difference is 30. But the difference should be not just 30 minus 30. Right? Some students memorize that is increase means minus, decrease means plus. Yes, but if you know the meaning, you don't want to just sit and memorize it minus 30. Direct labor cost 50, factory overhead 20. Now to calculate the prime cost, direct labor cost is 50 now. Buddha. So you would have added 50 and you would have got the answer 320. But the problem is bonus on production units means that is paid based on the number of units produced. Then this is paid for normally for direct labors, right? Okay, if they had mentioned that, it will be very specific, right? So you have to add that 22. So answer is how much prime cost? 270, 290, 340. So for 340, you have to minus 3310 and the overhead cost is 25. 310 plus 25 is equal to 335. Answer is number two, Buddha. Answer is number two. Can I get a reply? You all understood? Can I reply? Right. Next guys, question number 12, right? Right. Okay. Again, this is regarding like control account question, no? What is the balance as per receivable list as of 2024 331? So you all know I taught you all a method called like XYZ, remember? Same like ABC. Others would do using part two methods, but in my class I taught you all how to do these MCQs quickly, right? Hari? I mean, on 2024 331, there was a difference between the balance of receivables control account. Yes, there was a difference. The balance in the receivables control account is 35,000. So that is the balance before adjusting the control account. So any mistakes in the control account you record here, any adjustments in the list you record between I, Y, and Z, right? So a sale of 5,000 was omitted from sales journal. Guys, if it is omitted from the sales journal, it is obviously not recorded in the control account. So to add 5,000. And if it is omitted in the prime entry books, there is no way it goes to subsidiary ledger too. So for the Z dose, you have to add 500 means in reverse what you do. ඔක්කොම ලස්සනට කියලා දුන්නා පුතා, right? 5,000. Again, a sale of 5,000 was omitted from the account in subsidiary ledger means that is no problem in the control account. The problem is only where, Puta? The problem is only in this individual account. So, in individual account, you have to again add 5,000. Some of my them might think, no one might think that because all attended my classes. Think as okay, sir, you have to add 10. Why are you minusing? In reverse, you minus, right? Then the trade discount of 200 given to Amal was recorded as rupees 2,000 in his account. That's a very good one, guys. Everyone answer me trade discount. Should you add or minus, guys? Okay. Trade discount, say me, should you add or minus in the accounts? Trade discount, should you add or minus in accounts? Say me. Guys, මේ විතර princess line ඕන reply කරන්න. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ මේ kingdom එකේ වැඩ ඇති කමන්නේ. මේ පොඩ්ඩක් reply කරන්න. So what do you do for trade discount, guys? Okay, very good. Trade discount is I have taught your life is no, not minus. Trade discount is nothing. You don't add or minus trade discount in the accounts. You do it externally before calculating the sales and purchase. You all remember before recording the amount into the private entry book as sales and purchase, you do the calculation of trade discount. So there is no way you should record a trade discount in any account. It could be a general ledger account. It could be a subsidiary ledger. So they have recorded trade discount of 200 as 2,000 means they can't even record 200. How can they record 2,000? So they had gone and like minus no 2,000. So we have to add back 2,000 to his account. You can't minus in trade discount. So adding for this means in reverse, you have to minus 2,000. So now take your calculator, Buddha. Question number 12. Take your calculator, go in reverse, guys. Okay. Sorry, no need to go in reverse. They are asking you what the balance as per this one. No? So D935 plus 5 is equal to 40. 40 minus 40 minus how much? 12,000 is 28,000. That was a very good one. Fourth one. Is there anyone who got that correct, Puta? You all have your corrected graded papers, no? Anyone got that right? So answer is 28,000. Fourth one is the answer. Anyone got that right? Many students are struggling that I saw 28,800. Some said there is no answers queue. Because they can consider the trade discount. So I hope you all understood the explanation there, right? Okay. Right. Right. Next one you all see. Question number 13. Question number 13 and 14 is related to partnership business, right? So if you take question number 13, question number 13, Amaya and Vimaya operated a partnership sharing profit and losses in a 4:3 ratio. Himi Arya gave me and joined as a new partner. Himaya වෙන්නේදී කමන්නේ. And the new profit sharing ratio is 3:3:2. Himiya තමයි. If Himiya contributed 70,000 as goodwill, how should it be shared between Amaya and Himaya, guys? It is not asking like Puta, like. Actually, can anyone say me, guys, again, what is the question here, guys? Again? What do you mean by like how should it be shared between him and how? What is the question? Anyone? Some students, shall I say, normally how would the person would answer this? There is no one in the waiting room. Like I have attended everyone. Right. Okay. Right. So guys, normally how students would do this, guys. Okay, they would think like this. Yeah. Himalaya 70,000. They never said Buddha. Himalaya is giving. Oh, what does Let me. Uh, Shape. Right. So, guys, this question was like not answered by many, if I'm correct, right? Okay. So, some students would have thought, that Himia's contribution is 70,000. So, if his contribution is 70,000, how much is going to be like, okay, Amaya and Vimaya? If you see, Gutta, like, if Himia contributed 70,000 means, yeah, Salli Dunnalu 70,000, how should it be shared between Amaya and Vimaya? So the question is, guys, okay, now why does a new partner bring like bring money when he's joining the business? There are two reasons. What is the first reason? First reason is, yes, new partner should invest money. Second reason is they should share what put they should share the goodwill. No, that means whatever the goodwill is going to be sacrificed by the old partner should be shared. So how to answer this question? How to answer this question? If you remember, please give me a reply. അനിവാരം mahana prashna then. I taught you all something called calculating new profit and loss sharing ratio as well as calculating sacrificing ratio. Remember or no, Bhute? Theory class, revision class ke sure karla ki hua. I taught it is not in your syllabus, but I taught you a sacrificing ratio. Remember? Anyone? Yes. So, first step is let's find out the sacrificing ratio. How to answer this? Let's find out the sacrificing ratio. How to find out the sacrificing ratio? Very simple. The old ratio minus new ratio. Sorry? Old ratio minus new ratio. So let's write down the old ratio to the, for example, I'm going to take like, first of all, who's Amaya's old ratio? Amaya's old ratio. So old ratio is what with Amaya's, you all see here, 4 is to 3 means 4 over 7. New ratio is she's getting 3. 3 over how many parts? 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 8. So Amaya sacrificing ratio is equal to, you know how to do basic maths, eh? Can you write 7 minus 8? No, right? So you all know base me band make him uttaretena hariya. I don't know pita. So 7 into 8 is 56. 4 into 3 is equal to how much would they? 7 into 8 is 56. So 4 into 3 12 kalyan blue and the him ban. So what will make this 56? 7 multiplied by 8. No, then only 56. No, so 4 multiplied by 8 is equal to 32. Is it clear? So here, 8 multiplied by 7 is 56, guys. Okay. So 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. So 32 minus 21 is equal to 11. This is basic maths. Eh? You all understood that, guys? Okay. Make a maths bang, eh? Hari? Basic, very basics. But good news, but if you have the scientific calculator, you don't want to do this working. What can you do? You can just use the scientific calculator and get this answer directly. Then, sorry. Vimaya's guys, okay. Her old ratio was 3 multiplied by 7. New ratio is she's getting 3 over 8. So let's do Vimaya's calculation and see here. So again, the common, this one is 56. I have to multiply by 8. So multiply 8 means 24. 7 multiplied by 7 means 24 minus 23. 24 minus 21 is equal to 3. So guys, okay. So you can understand then 11 over 56, 11, 3 over 56. So the sacrificing ratio is between Amaya and Vimaya is 11 is to 3. So this 70,000 I have to divide into 11 plus 3, 14 parts. One portion is equal to 5,000. So if one portion is 5,000, 5,000 multiplied by 11 is 55,000. 5,000 multiplied by 3 is equal to 15,000. Answer is fifth one. That's a very good MCQ. सामान्य past paper सुरात में होगे in right, okay, understood that, guys? Okay, that's a very good MCQ. Understood. Understood. Sacrificing ratio is 11 is to 3, so that's 70,000. Look, should be shared between Aman because they're sacrificing 11 3. If they bring 70,000, Aman says, I sacrifice 11 portions. Vimal says, yeah, I sacrifice 3 portions. So let's share that 70,000 as well. 55,000 and 15,000. Hari? Right. Next one, also a partnership question. Guys, if you all don't respond with it, I don't think you are listening. Itra matame magaran Hari? Only three students are always responding. I'm an online class කරන්න කැමති නැති හේතුව ඒක තමයි. Hari? Right, next one. It's like talking to කවුද මේ ඩොට් දාගෙන ඉන්නේ පන්තියේ නමක් නැද්ද? Hari, next one, guys, okay? Danuja and Senumit operated in a partnership showing a gross profit of 385,000 for the year 2024. Below are additional details, right? Okay, so they have given uh, information and they are asking you what is the profit of the partnership. So everyone say me, profit of the partnership is appropriation profit or net profit, guys. Say me. Profit of the partnership is appropriation profit or net profit, guys. Profit of the partnership is appropriation profit or net profit. Yes, very good. What is it? It is net profit, right? Okay, profit of the partnership is net profit. If they say partners profit, no. Partners profit only appropriation profit. Partnership කියන්නේ පුතා, it's the business. Partnership කියන්නේ it is the business. So it is net profit. So they ask you to calculate net profit. So you know very well there are two ways of calculating net profit. What is it? Gross profit plus other income minus all the expenses, right? You will have net profit. And you know, when it comes to partnership question, we have done අපි 2011 ඉඳන් 2024 papers with කරා, guys, no, right? And then in model papers also you all covered, in exam papers you all covered. So you all know that Puta, when it comes to partnership question, very rare they will ask the question this way, no? Again, the gross profit to net profit. So you know this net profit is shared between the partners under three headings. What is it? as interest on capital, no, as interest on capital, as partners, salary, and the remaining is appropriation. So if I add these three also, Buddha, I'll get the net profit. Is it clear? No? So let's see which way we can answer this question, right? Okay, let's see which way we can answer this question. Hurry. Have they given the operating expenses 170? Then, guys, Senumid's loan to the business at the beginning of the year 50. Annual salaries, Danoja. They have given annual salary 16 and 24 is equal to 16 and 20 is a 40. So salary, guys, okay, I can write here 40,000. Ne? And they have given interest on capital 50,000. Right? Then with the like appropriation profit mukuddilane, they have mentioned the gross profit 385,000. Operating expenses 170,000. Correct? 170,000. Next, they are saying Senumit's loan to the business at the beginning of the year was 50. So they should have mentioned it was not. So that is operating expenses. No. So there's an interest expense of how many percentage we should pay for the partner, guys, if it is not mentioned in the agreement. Same according to the section 24 of 1890, we have to pay how many percentage? We have to pay 5 percentage. No. So what is 5 percentage of 50,000, Buddha? It is equal to 50,000, 5 percentage of 2,500. You have to add to the expense. 2,500. So in this, guys, there is no any other income means. Take your calculators, everyone. Take your calculators. 385,000. No, 385,000 minus 172,500 will give me 385,000 minus 172,500. 72,500 will give me question number 14. 200 and ಇದನ್ನೇ ಬುದ್ಧ ತಾಮನಾಗಿಸ್ಕರ ಅದನ್ನ Danuja has paid 5,000 business expense right? Okay. So another expense is 5,000. Then 212, 500 minus 5,000, 207,500. So here the answer is 207,500. Put the 14th one answer is number 3. Let's see, is there a connected question? No, then why have they given this? If they asking you the why not that guys? If they are 207 500, if you minus 90, there is 117 500. No, so they are giving. Is it correct then? 117 plus, yes. They are giving you these details because students would have calculated this and written as fifth one as the answer, but the answer is number 3. Can I get a reply? Understood? Understood? Now, question number 15. Question number 15 is you all know incomplete record. No, here we had done many of these questions. Incomplete record. Uh, Due to a fire on 2024 331. So always I said in A level accounting, stock will be damaged on the last day, right? You all know that, okay? Part of the stock of Kalindu Public Company was destroyed following information, right? Okay, so stock as at 2023 41 is the opening stock. Opening stock is 1,200. Purchase 3,800. And there is return to supplier 500 purchase return. And then this means how much of goods are available for sale. So it is going to go to 5,000 minus 500 is 4,500. No, 4,500. Okay, 4,500. And then Buddha, like if you notice, They haven't given you the closing stock, which is the answer. No, closing stock is destroyed. No. Can anyone remember what do we call any stock that is remained after closing stock, guys? Okay, after destroyed. If there's any stock remained after destroyed, what do you call as, guys? The students who are using ඔය මේ dot dash dash දාලා ඉන්න කට්ටිය rename කරගන්න නැත්නම් මම ඊළඟ paper discuss කරන්නේ website හරහා. Okay, for that you have to upload the IMS card and July receipt එම දාලා තමයි ගන්න. That is the most proper way. ඉතින් මම ඉගෙන ගත්ත දෙයින් කියලා මෙහෙම දාන්නේ. ඔය නමත් එක්ක එන්න බැරි කට්ටිය ඇයිද දන්නේ නැහැ. පොලිසියෙන් දන්නෙත් නැහැ. So may use your name, guys, rename. I want to see who is the student නේ. ඔය outside වුණත් කමන්නේ නැහැ, ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. හරි? So is it? Free නේ අවුලන්නේ. Okay. Fine. So guys, if you minus the closing stock, you will get the cost of sales. So you all know this, you all know very well. Sales minus the cost of sales is equal to gross profit. So I have taught you all markup, profit, margin, profit and all. I hope you all remember. So let's see, but this is a clue they have given. They have given sale is 4,500, 4,500,000. Then stock saved from fire is equal to 400. So from this closing stock, Puta, from this closing stock, 400 is salvage stock you have saved. That means this is the stock destroyed. So the question they ask me is stock destroyed in fire. For that, I should find the number one. I should find out the number one. I should find what, Puta? The cost of sale. Number two, then I can know the closing stock. Number three, then I can say the answer, which is stock destroyed. Is it clear? Right. So let's do the workings here then. Sales is 4,500. Company sells goods with a 20% profit margin on selling price. So make it a C at a visa profit. Puta. So what is 20% of 4,500? It is 900 means this is equal to 3,600. If the cost of sale is 3,600, Puta, your closing stock is 900. If the closing stock is 900, Puta, destroyed is 500. Answer is 15th answer is going to be second one. Understood or no, guys? Okay. Then some of you all might think, sir, what about that selling expense? Selling expense, Buddha, this is distribution expense. They are giving you to confuse. Make it no? Selling expense is what, Buddha? Distribution expense. That won't come. Can I reply, guys? Okay, clear? After every explanation with our bro, you do this paper again. Then do 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. अभी करला तीन chapter wise so एक एक कराने papers. I know guys last week we are costing well I gave you all papers. अभी का discuss अभी full papers नहीं करे तो एक papers man discuss I'll just share time if you're free you join कुता हमारे ना recording बनाना आउल नंबर ने अरे बोलेंगे like for your convenient का नो बोलेंगे कराने हरे so you need it. Now you anyone can have the marking schemes with the marking schemes and nanny. What is important is how to approach the answer, guys. Okay. That's what I'm discussing this. If not giving the scheme is not a big deal, guys. Hurry. Next one, guys. Now we are moving on to our grade 13 related things. No, here. According to conceptual framework for financial reporting, the measurement base is used for measuring financial statement elements. This one I taught you all under conceptual framework. I taught you all LKS one, all the standards were taught, right? Okay, so can anyone say, guys, okay, what is the answer? You should know this. You can't answer. You should know this. Anyone? Fair value, historical cost value, utility value, current value. What is the value, guys? Okay, according to conceptual framework. Either the cost value, so sure cost value should be there. Either the cost value, cost value, cost value. So this out and you can write make an in standard cost. So is it going to be sorry, fair value, historical cost value or historical cost value, current value, guys? Anyone? Very good, very good. So some actually reply the answer. Historical cost and current value. Okay. So 16th one answer is number 3. 17. As if you notice, this 17 question is not like past paper. This is related to the changes in LK16 after 2022 January. No, now some are answering past paper question. So they are looking at the past paper and they might be answering. So past paper answers, some of them are not valid right now. Okay, so therefore, you know the changes that took place for that testing story. No, okay, right? So if you are you, if there's any like if there's any, so what is meant by? Okay, guys, there's a small mid out there. Balandamum. Here the word that current value, no guys. Okay, yeah, the vice a fair value is not remain make. Honey, vice a fair value we write no sir. In when you're recording like fixed asset we record cost value or fair value. Does anyone also has that doubt? Yes, no. There's a doubt, Kuta. So when you are recording like property plant and equipment, we record like cost slash fair value. So why fair value is uh, not correct? So if there is an answer like fair value here, why not the first one as the answer? Anyone has the same doubt? Anyone? No, no one. Yes, no. Anyone has the same doubt? And name a doubt. So right now, guys, you are right here. Then current value. Current value includes current value includes current value includes what guys? Fair value. Current value includes fair value, right? So fair value එක වැරදි නෑ පුතා හරි but fair value it's not a measurement basis. Fair value එක හරි ඒක measurement base එකක් නෙවෙයි. It is correct but it is not a measurement. They are asking the measurement basis used no. Measurement basis means so now at least if you get the same question in the exam, it is purchase I can what accurate price, historical cost or fair value, which is the basis is we are revaluing it for the current value. We all agree with that. No, revaluing it for the current value. So measurement basis, if fair value is a value, hurry. It is included on the current value. That's the explanation for that, right? Okay, guys. So next one, question number 17, right? Question number 17. This one, Buddha, if you had answered very good. So this is you should answer based on the changes that took place, right? Okay. So I'll see here. You should know whether to add or not. Company is registered for VAT, guys. So if it is registered for VAT, same. Should you add the VAT or you should ignore the VAT, guys? You should add or you should ignore the VAT, guys. If it is registered for VAT, answer my question. You should ignore the word. Very good. However, in this, they have included, no, normally you should ignore that, Hari. In this question, they have included the word. Because they included the word, Pudha, because they included the word, you have to remove the word. So, very simple, take your calculator and see. From 690 is 115 percentage means without the VAT. So, I'll say that's like, if 690,000 is 115 percentage without VAT is 100 percentage no Buddha. So which will give me exactly 600,000 as the purchase value no. So then they asking the cost value no. So take check with this 600,000 if transportation cost you add, installation cost you add, initial trial run. I think during your exam I said trial run kila testing kila. Anyone remembers? I said that no. I can remember. Anyone? I said no. Trial run means I said you all it is what? It is that testing, right? Okay. So in that testing, professional fees you had put up. Professional fees you had. Material cost before 2022 ALL papers and all 23, they added put up. Now you should ignore. Opening ceremony is a revenue expense. You can't capitalize it. What is capitalizing means? Capitalizing in fixed asset means adding to the cost. In company accounts, capitalization means converting a reserve into stated capital. Eh? Revenue from items, that means guys, now you produce some items here, no guys, spending 30, you have sold it for 20. No, you have to ignore. So if you calculate the correct answer, Buddha, it is equal to 600,000, 740, 860,000. There is only one answer, guys. So you don't want to even check with the date. But let me say what is the meaning of this, guys. Revenue from according to standards, the cost and date on which recognition recognition means guys, okay, when you should consider it as like you're going to depreciate it. Recognition date, guys, okay. So we studied recognition criteria, recognition date, everything in Agatha. So here, guys, you don't have any choice. It is available to use from which date Puta after the initial testing is done. So answer is fourth one. 17 question Buddha Uttare Uttara. Fourth one is the answer. 18th one, Buddha. 18th one. Guys, can you all say me? How did I teach you all warranty adjustment? Did I teach you all double entry and all those things? No. How should you do the warranty adjustment according to my teaching? How did I teach you all a method? Anyone remembers? I taught you all a method. How should you answer the warranty questions MCQs or part two? No problem. How should you answer the warranty? Anyone? Yes, exactly. Very good. The way we do, what pute? Taxation. The method of answering taxation question and the method of answering what pute? Me provision question is always same, right? Okay. So therefore there is no double learning. Just you learn that method, you can answer. So let's see question number 18. But 18 is a good one here. Listen. Limited Deranga public company, guys, okay, sells goods with a warranty for a provision period. On the first date with a warranty, that means previous year, 450. For year ending, warranty expense paid and recognized warranty provision was so paid 350. So last year you had kept 450 means everyone say me last year they would have considered expense as 450. Understood or no, guys? Last year opening provision means last year they have recorded 450 as expense which is payable to. This year they are paying only 350. So what can you understand, guys? Last year they have over mentioned 100,000. So from this year estimation you can minus this 100,000. So how much did they estimate this year, guys? This year, 525,000 they estimated. Okay. Then 425,000, 425,000 Buddha, that is the amount. 425,000 is the amount you record in state. This is the amount you record in statement of profit or loss. Do you all agree, everyone? Now, some of you might think there is no answer called 425. No. Yes, that is the amount you record as what, Buddha? That is the amount you record as expense. But the question is not that. What is the question, guys? Okay, the question is how much is reported in statement of financial question means this year provision not paid, no, Buddha. So current liability. Fifth one is the answer. Now, if you are doing this adjustment in a part two question, 525 you record under current liability and under Under expenses, Puta, you would record 425,000. Understood or no, guys? Understood? Terunadu. Right. So, 18 question also discussed, right? Question number 19, guys. According to LKS 8, so LKS 8 is accounting policies, changes in accounting estimates and errors. Which of the following statement is correct, right? Okay, so you all know what's a policy change, what's an estimate, what is errors, what is, what is prospective statement, retrospective statement, all those things were taught, right? So question number 19, Buddha, if you notice, instances where practical adjustments are not possible, prior period errors are corrected retrospectively in financial statements, right? Okay. Guys, what is meant by retrospectively? You have to go and adjust the previous period values. Yes, prior period errors की लगी यार नहीं पता. Wait. Yeah, where practical adjustments are not possible for prior period, possible, prior periods from past periods are corrected retrospectively financial statement. Change in the depreciation method for straight line method is possible. Guys, you all know depreciation method is what Puta. Everyone, you know this. Always this question is repeated. Depreciation method is what, Puta? It's an estimate or policy. Depreciation method is estimate or policy. Answer. It's an estimate, Buddha. So everyone knows. Always remember that depreciation method is useful lifetime. It's an estimate on. It's not a policy. So 18th one sorry. B is wrong. Buddha. This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. So A, you don't have a choice. Agree with A. Is it clear? Now, first in, first out and back method is very simple. That is policy. So therefore, even we saw the consistency concept above. So they are asking what to the changing from first in, first out method to the weighted. So method answer is number. It should be answer what put. Second one only. No, 18th one, fifth one is accounting estimate. It should be positive. So answer is A only, guys. Second one should be the answer. Hari. Second one should be the answer. Next one. So guys, VAC method, even though size is a VAC and these are all policy changes. They are mentioning it as accounting estimate wrong. Depreciation method is estimate, right? Okay. Provision for all estimate only. Provision for doubtful debts also estimate, right? Right. Question number 20. Always you would get this question. You all know that. What is it? About profit for the period, total comprehensive income, total income. We'll see is there any match connected question? No. Normally, based on the previous paper, based on the new paper, normally whatever papers we did as well as latest past paper, if you notice, there'll be around 2 to 3 questions connected. No, calculate the net profit for the year, calculate the total income, calculate the total expense, calculate other comprehensive income, such questions, right? Okay. Right. So see here, ABC Limited Company financial information as of March 31st, 2024. So they have mentioned here sales, cost of sale, other income. Question is profit for the period. So you all see, guys, if I do this calculation, sales minus cost of sale plus other income, no, plus other income minus, I'll get the profit for the period. However, they are giving an adjustment. As of April 1st, 2023, the business revalued its property for the second time. Okay, second time. resulting in a loss of rupees 220,000 second time, right? So previously it had a surplus of 180 from the first revaluation done on. So no entries regarding fraudulent recorded in the books thus far. That means so far they haven't recorded. Means you all know that, guys. Okay, take your calculator. Sales 3,600, cost of sales 760. So if you minus means 3,000, 2,840. Other income 130. Expenses if you get, it's 240, 185. And you all know here, because there had been 220 loss, first time 180, other comprehensive income puta, other comprehensive income, other comprehensive income should be how much? Other comprehensive income, you can only minus 180 under other comprehensive income. And then this is administration, this is distribution, and I have other expense of 40,000. Then I have to minus the tax for the period 120. So this will give me profit for the year. And then if I also minus this 180 Buddha, it will give me total comprehensive income. Right? Okay. So first of all, what the answer guys okay here? Mr. Ramanathan, 2,840 minus 240. I'll also use the calculator. 2840 plus 130 minus 240 minus 185 minus 40. Why 40? That excess amount of that expense 40, and also minus the tax 120 minus 120. 2385 guys, okay. So anyone got 2385 as the answer? Second one is there. So that should be 2385. And if you minus 180 guys, okay, if you minus 180, total comprehensive income will be, if I minus 180, 2205. 2205. The working is here, and you can see the answer as the second one. Understood guys, okay? Understood? Moving on to question number 21, SLFR 15. Come on, we have done the five-step model with meaning and not just memorizing the five-step model. We don't memorize, I said to you all. And we did workings also. We did some very good questions, pretty difficult questions you all know in theory. Don't worry, they won't make it much worse than that, right? According to SLFRS 15, revenue from contracts, which of the following statement is accurate, right? Okay. A contract with a customer may include perform several performance obligation. Yes. Not only one, there could be, now, for example, guys, I am giving you the tute, I am saying a recording is also given, means there are two performance obligations. So there can be distinct or non-distinct, but there could be several performance obligation. Next one, the revenue of a business entity and all other income should be recognized. All other income? No, this is only revenue from contract. Puta. SLFR 15 means revenue from contracts only, right? Okay. That means not other income, only that main income that you do. Revenue is the main income of the business, right? Okay. So answer is B will not come. So if I take B answers out, Puta, here look guys how simple. I don't want to even read. I don't want to even read C, but the answer is going to be second one. Look, because B is wrong, I don't have any other option, guys. So let's read C. A liability should be recognized by an entity under contract at the inception of a a liability should be recognized by an entity under contract at the inception. So you can't say at the beginning of the contract you can't determine the liability, only after the performance obligation is done. Okay, so question number 21 answer is number 2. Ratio questions, easy for you all, right? Ratio questions. So they're asking determine the inventory turnover ratio. First of all, let me again say the meaning. Inventory turnover ratio kila kiyanne number of times. No one, anyone in the waiting room? Just a minute. Okay, admitted. Right. So look at this. Inventory turnover ratio means number of times you are converting your stock into sales. Interest coverage ratio means number of times you are able to cover your interest from your profit even before you pay the interest. Okay. So I'll see here then, right? How to calculate inventory? Some students just memorize and go. Again, I'm saying, mom, what the confidence again? I taught you all the meaning of ratios, not just memorize. I taught you all how to create, right? Okay, so inventory turnover ratio means, right, cost of sales because we can't take the sales value, it is in selling price, cost of sales over average stock. No, right. So if I calculate the inventory turnover ratio, cost of sale is given to the 4,200. What is average stock? Because you can't take opening, because you can't take closing, you just take the middle number, HRI. So you can't take 700, you can't take 500. The middle answer is 600. But many people teach no 700 plus 500 divide by 2 is equal to 6. That's what I said. You take the middle number, which is the average. So 600 means answer is how many times? 7 times, Buddha. So this is correct. Interest coverage ratio means how many times you are able to cover your interest. So let's see, guys. Okay, interest expense is 500. So we have to calculate the net profit even before the interest expense means. So sales minus cost of sale. So here sales 8,000, cost of sale 4,200, 3,800 is gross profit. No other income minus operating expenses, distribution, administration, other. We have operating expenses equals to 800. So even before the interest, we have 3,000 means from this 3,000, we can cover 6 times. No, we can cover 6 times the 500. Okay, so which is the answer? 6. So 22nd answer is number 2, Putha. Now they're asking the return on equity ratio and earnings per share ratio, right? Okay. Return on equity ratio and earning per share. Return on equity means you all know in business studies, I can remember in the exam that you all did previously. I mean, even in yesterday's paper, day before yesterday, a paper in Tipabuda, day before yesterday, the paper. Just a minute, guys. I have a call. Mommy, answer. Okay, guys, okay. Let's start the same again. Just again, just give me 1 second, right? Okay, guys, okay. So return on equity ratio, let's resume, right? I got a call, I had to answer. So return on equity ratio, guys, okay. In business studies only, we have that preference share dividend and all. In accounting, you will not get preference share dividends, preference share and all, right? Okay. So I'll see here. Return on equity means, first of all, it's net profit divided upon the equity capital. So everyone knows here how to calculate net profit. Guys, okay. So you all know here. I'll just continue with the same calculation here. So this 3,000 was the net profit even before minusing interest. So if I minus the interest expense, which is equal to 500, 2,500 is net profit before tax. But if I minus 250, the tax, then my net profit is equal to 2250. Again, let's check whether it is correct or not, right? Okay. Let's check whether it's correct or no, right? And with the sales 8,000, cost of sale is 4,200, so the gross profit is 3,800. Then from that you have to minus the expenses. So we have 800 expense, interest expense, and tax expense. So you minus 800 minus 500 minus 250. So if I minus 800, 500, and 250 from 3,800, it will give me 2,250, right? Okay. So now total ownership here means the value of equity, no? So ownership here again, the value of equity, it is equal to how much? 5,000. So 5,000. So if you use the calculate and divide, you would get the percentage answer or the fraction. You can convert it to a percentage by multiplying by 100. 2250 divided by 5,000 put 0.45, which means 45 percentage. So what is earning per share? How much does one share? So this 2,250 should be divided among how many shares? 200,000 shares. So this 2,250,000. So if I calculate that 2,250,000 divided by 200, one share will earn 11.25 rupees, which is equal to first one. Understood or no, guys? Understood or understood? Right, good, Buddha. So एक अथारी दिन है. So we discussed 23 MCQs, almost halfway, right? 24 guys. Opening stock of a business was recorded as 50,000, more than it should have been, while the closing stock was recorded 60,000 less than it should have been. That means overstated and understated, no? So there are students who would do a lot of workings for this, but again, we study how to do this very simply with a opening stock is added to purchase, no, then consider it as an expense. Closing stock is minus, no. So considers like expense decrease. So if I say opening stock was, look, I'll first of all do that way. If you don't understand, you should understand, but come up help if you don't understand that way, we'll go the long method. So opening stock was recorded more means you have overestimated the expense means they're asking the impact of these errors on profit. So they will ask you like what should you do? Here they are not asking what should you do to the profit. They are asking what is the impact on profit? What has happened to profit? Hurry. Again, guys, sorry, I have to take this call. Just a minute. Right, okay. So guys, they might be asking you like what should you do to profit or what has happened to profit? Can anyone say in this question, are they asking, I'm just saying in very simple English, are they asking what should you do to correct the profit or they are asking what has happened to profit because of the errors? What are they asking, Buddha? What should you do to correct the errors or what has happened to the profit because of the error? Mukaddahani. If you misunderstand the question, it's the opposite, guys. Yes, what has happened to the profit because of these errors? No, let's see what has happened to the profit, guys. So this I can consider as, and say whether you all agree with this. I can consider this as Puta expense overstated. Therefore, Pute, your profit is understated. The expense overstated. Therefore, profit is understated by 50,000. Then, closing balance was recorded 60,000 less. So, closing stock you recorded 60,000 less means you have assumed that 60,000 also as cost of sale. Understood, guys? Okay. If you have recorded closing stock less means you have considered that 60,000 as cost of sale. So what have you done? You have understated 60,000 profit again. Overall, Pute, your profit is understated by 110,000. That's how easily you can do this question. Understood or no? Next one, we are moving on to that. I said, final six MCQs will be the costing and the management accounting MCQs. Is that clear? Clear, clear? Clear, Radha? Okay. Next one, guys. Okay. So this was again a good question, right? Okay. What is it? They are giving you some information and they are asking you to calculate what? Two questions here. So the limited company, Nipunika PLC Vinnati, which manufactures various types of products, has three cost centers, okay? Three production cost centers actually, no? Right. And then they are saying it was later found the following over. So I gave for the past few papers, Puta, I gave you such things in your part two paper also, guys, right? Even in your last part two paper, overhead, overhead costing easy sums are there. What is easy, you follow the steps. What is it? Identify, they would have given allocate, then primary distribution, secondary, absorption per center, then absorption per unit, and then calculating the total cost. Likewise, there's a question, so what to do with that preference share? Should we add to that equity on yesterday's BSM? Yes, in business studies, preference share should have been minus from the net profit to calculate the profit return on equity, right? Okay. And it will not come. Preference share will come for debt capital, not on the equity capital. This is a business studies doubt. Let me clear that. Question mark क्या होना है sorry. अंत हम clear करना. मैं एक बुधा preference share comes under debt capital in business studies. In accounting, there is no preference shares. Don't worry, right? Okay. Arne? Right, okay. So let me come back to this question. Where did I stop? Yes. So it was later found that following trans overheads were omitted after accounting for all overheads. So very simple, guys. So how much is the budgeted overhead cost they have given? 20,000. Then per machine hour they have taken two. So look, how can we answer this easily? But under if 20, I'll do here, right? Machine department cannot see the screen. The screen not visible? Guys, is screen visible or no, guys? Pen or the I don't have any issues here. Can you all see the screen? Quickly reply, quickly reply. Can no? Pen on it, hurry, hurry, hurry. Just refresh and see if you are getting that error. I mean not error, like black screen and everything, you all can see the tutor. Is it a black screen? You all can see the tutor, is it black screen? Can see the tutor, right? Hurry, I'll do this then. Please, guys, those who have that issue, I don't think. Right. Right. So under machine department, with the overhead cost, budgeted overhead cost is 20,000. And wait, I'm doing it before this correction of errors, right? Per machine hour 2 kilo kiyanne puta. How many hours it is? We can find out that it had 10,000 hours. Okay, 10,000 hours. And now let's see what the mistake. The mistake is what there is no mistake in this. This is wrong because one of that item is wrong. This is wrong. Now let's write the correct one. 20,000. Machine department 10,000 was not added. 30,000 is the correct answer. 10,000 don't change. Now it is correct. So the correct answer is 3, Buddha. Is it clear, guys? Okay. Correct answer is 3. So they are saying after accounting for all overhead costs, correct overhead absorption rate for each cost center, 3 rupees is the answer. Can I get a reply, guys? That's a very simple one. Very simple. Can I get a reply, Thevrada? Right. Now let us see the next one. Assembly department, 30,000 salary payment is, so here look guys, so assembly department, right? I have given you all that revision papers for each cost accounting this. Do answer all those questions, right? Assembly department, 45,000 they had given. Okay, they had given. And they have said per labor hour 3, then we can identify this is equal to 15,000 hours. Na Buddha. Now let's see what is correct and what is wrong. This is correct. This was wrong because there was 30,000 missing in assembly department. This was wrong. So because one of that item is wrong, this is wrong. Now let's do the correct one, guys. 15,000 is correct. 45,000 is wrong because they have not added the 30. So I should raise 70. 5,000. So answer should be 5 Putta. So this is wrong. This is correct. 25. Answer is fifth one. Easy or no, guys? Okay. Is that easy? Harini? Now 26. 26 question says if the primary cost of product A is 34 and the company marks up the product price 10 percentage profit on production cost, what is the correct selling price of product A? So you all know that prime cost is equal to 34. What should you add, Putha? You have to add the production overhead per unit, no? So we have two cost centers. Machine department is saying it's 3 rupees per hour. Assembly department is saying it is 5 rupees per hour. And finishing department, we did not make any changes, no? They are saying it is finishing department is saying it is 4 rupees per hour. So now what is the challenge here? You should know the number of hours. Then only you can calculate the production cost. For this production cost, if you add 10 percentage, which is the profit, you will get the selling price. Before we calculate, did you all understand the working? Before we calculate, did you all understand the working with us? There another? Now you all see here how to calculate the hours, you know. It is a clue they have given here. Before even correction, Buddha, before correcting, they said no. Per machine number 2, per product, they had calculated 10. But this before correction, no. That means we found out 5 hours has been spent in machine department. It was 10 rupees because it was 2 rupees earlier. Now it is 3 rupees, no, Buddha. So now it should be 15 there. Hari? Method now, Buddha, 15 here. Then here it was how much? 6 hours. So how much hours was there? 6 hours. So earlier it was 18 rupees, Putha, because it was 3 rupees. No, now I change it to 5 rupees. Now it gives us 30. and there was no change in this finishing department, so which is 4 hours. It was 16, now also it is 16 because there was no mistake. So if I add this, 31 and 30 is equal to 31 and 30 is equal to 61, which is equal to 95 production cost. If I add 10 percentage, 9.5, 104.5 is the answer. Answer is number 2. Understood or not, guys? That's a very good one. Understood? Just a minute, right? Okay, again, right. Right, guys, okay. Question number 27. Question number 27, it is related to economic order quantity. Yeah, stock level maintaining. Maximum stock level, guys. So even I taught your short, even I taught meaning also, Mata. If you do remember, right? I taught your meaning too, right? As well as I taught your shortcut. They are not going to ask you the meaning, but I just taught your, there is no, without any logical explanation, there can't be any equation now, guys. However, that is not relevant right now. You can simply use the equation. Maximum stock level is equal to reorder level minus minimum usage multiplied by minimum lead time. Right, okay? And plus reorder quantity. But I taught you all make a mehedan donne kelima. You can do here, no? What is it? Reorder level plus reorder quantity minus this, right? Okay, will give you the answer. So reorder level is 1500 kilogram, and the reorder quantity is too easy. No, they have given 1500 to this is direct, no, straightforward. Minimum weekly consumption is 150. Um, Minimum weekly consumption is 150. Minimum lead time is very simple, guys. Make nothing. So which is equal to 4000. Make a comma. You should not make mistakes. Which is equal to 3000. So very simple. First one. Ayyo, this is nothing. Steps of identifying the overhead cost is number one is identification of overhead. So it is not there. So we have collection. Yes, it's almost identified. Then allocate directly a portion and absorption. It's in order. First one. Okay. Right. Question number 29 is marginal costing. Selling price of a product X is 260. Its contribution margin ratio, CS ratio is 40 percentage. Variable cost of the product E. So very simple. No, then very mere point easy, guys. 260. If if the contribution is equal to 40 percentage, the variable cost is 60 percentage. So if you calculate, if the contribution is 40 percentage, what is 60 percentage of 260? Use your calculator. 626, 120, 156. No, third one. Is it correct? Let me calculate and see. 260 multiplied by 60 percentage. If anyone asks me, sir, why is the 60 percentage? Selling price minus variable cost is contribution means if this is 40 percentage of the selling price, then this is equal to how much? 60 percentage. Is that clear? So answer is number three. Third one is yes, our investment appraisal chapter. Which of the following events would lead to an increase in NPV? Because NPV means net present value. So what is the answer here? Decrease in annual operating cost will increase. Yes, A should be answers. Should be yes. Increase in discount rate, guys. Okay, guys. Decrease in initial investment. Initial investment and outflow. So C also yes, Puta. So out will be an answer, Puta. Increase in discount rate, guys. So if discount rate increase in discount rate, guys, okay. If discount rate increases means what will happen? Say me. If discount rate increases, what will happen? If that you are remember of 1 over 1 plus R to the power n is the no, we calculate. So if the discount rate increases, value of money would go down, Buddha. So our inflows will have a lower value. So this will actually decrease. Answer is fourth one. So we finished the MCQs. I need a reply. Did you all understand the MCQs? This was not a difficult paper, right? Okay. I didn't understand. See, decrease in initial investment. Here, look, guys. If I spend 100,000 and now it is going to be 80,000, means this will increase. Which one will have a higher NPV? This is if it is 100 minus means, or if it is 80 minus, which will have a higher NPV. 80 minus will give what is meant by net present value. Check your tute. I gave you all. What does it mean? Net present value means that operating cash flow is there, no, guys. Whatever the inflows are there, you have to minus from what could they like the not the inflows. Sorry, net cash flows are there. You have to minus from initial cash outflow. You have to minus. So if your initial cash flow is 100 and this is 120, your NPV is equal to how much? 20. If this becomes now 80 means it will become how much? It will become 40,000. So your net present value will increase. If the initial this one will go down. Did you understand? Now did you understand? If initial goes down, your NPV will increase. Okay, Uday, can I get a reply? How was the එදා ඔන්ලයින් හොඳයිද බිස්නස් එකේ මේක හොඳයි මෙහෙම හොඳයි නේ එදා ආවිල්ලා that day was in the smart board නේ ඒක ලියන්නත් බෑ can you show 26 for people 26 understood so far Semi? Well, try these questions. This is an easy paper, no? May question set එක ආය කරන්න පුතා then ආය කරන්න doesn't mean guys you remember the answer just mark the answer. Now look how to get this answer number 2 you should know how to do the working. Are workings දැනගන්න. How to get the fifth one you should know how to do the working. Right guys, I'm moving on to question number 31. The short answer questions here. Right, according to the conceptual framework of accounting, guys, okay. Question number 31. The only prevailing assumption identified in the conceptual framework is actually, guys, going concern concept and actual concept was used. If you take past paper answers, you have going concern and actual concept, but 2018 framework, okay, going concern tamai mainly. So answer is going to be true there, right? According to conceptual framework, fundamental is it fundamental? No, relevance and faithful representation is going to be fundamental. Ne? Business can generate income through an increase in asset or decrease in liability. Guys, if you don't know the meaning of that, here look, asset is equal to liability plus equity. හොඳට අහගන්න. Income will increase equity other than owner's investment. Is that clear? So we'll write there 50 Buddha. So for this to become plus 50 Pute, look at this maths Pute. Make a plus 50 whenever now. Either liability should be minus or asset should be plus. Then only it is equal. Is it clear, guys? Okay. So to this to become plus 50, either liability should minus. Then it is equal or asset should be plus. So answer is true. Can I get a reply for that, guys? That was technical. No, Hitandone. It was like you can use the equation and answer. Understood? Can I get a reply with the Right. Key characters of liability is present yes. Liability refers to present obligation. Yes. Okay. So are we using like with a for assets and all? Do we use that which provides economic benefit or not? No. What is the new term that we use? That probably there will be future benefit inflowing. What is the word we use? I taught you all that day. I gave you all a question that day too. What is the, it was a fill in the blank question. What is the word we use, guys, in the new one? Because you can't do very old past papers, eh? Those are not very good. Those are economic resources. Very good, right? So that if you say that word economic resource, it means there is a right that it will be providing what for the future. Anyways, guys, in this I saw some mistakes. I was not happy because these are basics. Accrued commission income is puta. It is assets puta. It's an asset account. Paid dividend means with a dividend means equity. Return inward means sales return. It is not expense, it is income. Provision for impairment account means provision for doubtful debt is also asset. Right? Identify the relevant source. These are easy. Relevant source document with a loss of stock is what you know. Journal voucher. No? Journal voucher. Prime entry book is what is meant by general journal? If you cannot record a transaction in any other special books, what are special books? Receipt journal, payment journal, uh, petty cash payment journal, purchase journal, sales journal, purchase return, sales return journal. If you can't record in those special books, we record in what, Pute? We record in general journal. Issue of shares worth rupees 1 million 500. So here we have to assume we received cash, right? It was not a capitalization of reserve. It was not like a bonus share. No. So it's a normal share issue. Right? It's a normal share issue. Therefore, we are to, what do we receive cash? So it is going to be cash. Sorry. Source document is receipt. So here it's going to be cash receipt journal. Recovery of 8,000. We did a similar MCQ also in today's paper. So I said recovery of bad debt means you receive cash, Puta. So again, receipts. Because it is receipts, Puta, it's going to be cash receipt journal. Same thing. Cash receipt journal. Funds of 12,000 received from a debtor obtained by the owner. Here there was like, guys, so here funds of 12,000 received from a debtor obtained by the owner for personal use. So it was directly taken by the owner means you can go with journal voucher, correct? Hari, funds of rupees 12 received from a debtor. So we received it and the owner had taken it directly, guys. So if we receive from debtor, it is going to be, guys, okay, we received no, so it is going to be cash receipt journal, like, guys. So here, if they are talking about like obtained by the owner for personal use, it is payment. Received means receipt. Do you all agree, guys? Okay. So straight away, the debtor has given the money to the debtor has given the money to whom, Buddha? To the like owner means then you have to go with general journal. No? So there's a small confusion there. Do you all agree? You also would have had the same confusion, right? And guys, you all also would have had the same confusion. So can anyone say, guys, when you are receiving cash, it is what, Buddha? When you are receiving cash, it is going to be receipts. So funds received means receipts. And when you are paying, it is given for the owner means here. So if we assume the question says obtained by the owner means you can go as what with it? Payment voucher and cash payment journal. So here, because if they have mentioned directly obtained by the owner means you can go with journal voucher and general journal. Is it clear? So here they are trying to mean like the money we received. Yes, received means received journal. It was taken by the owner. They are saying means we can go with uh, they gave it journal voucher, general journal. But if they have the question wanted to say that that money was obtained by the owner means payment voucher. I think the scheme when they are correcting, they ask from me this. So I said if they have mentioned the word directly, you can go with journal voucher, general journal. If they have just mentioned taken by the owner means you should go with payment voucher and cash payment journal. So how have they corrected your papers for payment voucher or for journal voucher? I think I also said them because it is not directly go with payment voucher. I think I said that. Don't worry, ඔයාලා exam එක එහෙම අවුල් වෙන්නේ නැහැ සාමාන්‍යයෙන්, right? Yeah, they bid for payment. Yes, because they asked from me, I said yes, because of it directly is not there. But now, if some other papers have been the same thing and they have said it was directly obtained means we did not receive cash, we did not pay cash, you got it wrong for payment voucher. I said to go with payment voucher. It's payment voucher, is correct, right? So we can write as payment voucher. Can I get a reply, Buddha? Can I reply that if they say it was directly taken now like this maintenance expense of the business was directly paid by the owner means will it be receipt payment journal? Same maintenance expense 4,000 directly paid by the owner using his personal money. Will it be receipt payment journal? Can I need replies? Also, if it is cash drawing and cash investment, you can't record in general journal. That's a different question, doubt, right? I was replying, huh? Guys, say me. That is journal voucher. Why? Because we did not receive cash, we did not pay cash. Here, funds of 12,000 received from a debtor means like we received the money. Obtained by the means owner took the money from us. So it should be recorded as receipt journal and payment journal. But if the question wanted to say, no, it was directly taken by the owner. Owner has gone to met the debtor and taken the money means then we can write in journal box. I hope it is clear, right? Okay. So bonus issue is general journal. Yes, Puta. Bonus issue means we don't receive money, no. So it's general journal. Okay. Right. As of 31st March, the trial balance did not agree, and the difference was transferred to a suspense account. Subsequently, the following errors were discovered during a later review. The total for return outward journal for March 2024 was recorded as 250,000 and posted to the creditor's control account and returned. So this is easy. So return outward means what, Buddha? Return outward means purchase return journal. Purchase return journal total, Buddha, was 250. Was the 250 the post critical control and the return outward account as? They never mentioned which is correct. No? No. It was about 250. 250, correct. 250 is correct, Buddha. But and posted to creditors control account and there is both the accounts are wrong. Creditors control account they have recorded 520. The other account is what put in? Sorry. Creditors control account 520 and purchase return account purchase return account expense decrease 520. So very simple. You have to make it as how much, Buddha? 250 means 250 means you have to go and cancel 200 and so very simple. So check your answer. Error A, your debit what, Buddha? Purchase return 250. Creditors or trade payable account. You have to credit 200 and sorry 270. Error B, Buddha. Error B. An amount of 12,000 paid by creditor was correctly recorded in the cash control account but was posted to creditor's control account as 1,200. So these are easy for your standard, right? Okay. An amount of 12,000 paid by a creditor correctly recorded in cash account 12,000 but recorded in creditor's account payable account as 1,200. What is created, Puta? What is created because of this error? Suspense is created. How much? 10,800. So how are you going to correct? This is correct. So add 10,800 and cancel the suspense 10,800. So creditors control account 10,800. Creditors control account 10,800 and cancellation of suspense account 10,800. That is easy, right? Next one, question number 35. Identify the accounting concept violated in each of the following. Failure to recognize depreciable asset, guys. Violated. Failure to recognize as a depreciable asset, guys. Okay. So there are two answers you can give, guys. Okay. Depreciable should be like you can go as matching concept to or going concept. Oh, guys, prudence, prudence also no. Because when you are recording the net book value means you are following safety measures, guys. So if you're not recording as a depreciable asset, 34th years was correct. Okay. Return outward, no? Yeah, this is correct. Was your markings were wrong, guys, in this? Some students are saying, so my answer was correct. They had put as wrong. Anyone else had that issue? I said to change the guys, wait. I have changed the question during the exam. So during the exam, it should be paid to a creditor. That was actually, guys. I can remember this question. This should have been the change, but when they said me, so this should be debtor. Then this also should have been debtor. Is it clear, guys? No. Then how to correct this? I'll just write. How to correct this? Because we changed that. Then we took as like paid by debtor. If I had made that by as two, it's done. Simple change. But we had to, we made it as debtor, so we had to change everything there. So paid by a debtor was recorded in cash control account. So this was the updated question. Cash control account paid by a debtor means cash credit. In debtors control paid by debtor means you're receiving cash. Here 12,000, but here 1,200. So suspense is alternative answer because we changed the question. So correction is Varputa, debtors control account credit, suspense account 10,800 debit. Is that clear? I think you would have got marks for this, correct? Debtors control account credit 10, suspense account. I don't want to write that again there. So suspense account, am I correct? Suspense account debit, debtors credit. Right, guys. So recognizing a sales as advance as a sale, you all know they are not following. You can write realization or you can write accrual too. Realization is the best answer, but you can write accrual too. Using the reducing balance method for property depreciation instead of straight line method, you are not following the same the consistency. Recording the owner's electricity expense, the business, you are not following the business entity concept. The primary source of income, you have to mention true or false. Primary source of income is membership fee. I have taught you all true. The equity of this all is represented solely by accumulation. No, that is false. Guys, say me what comes under equity. Accumulated fund is there, life membership fee fund is there, donation fund is there, any other fund could be there. Right, Hari? Here, realization also correct. Accrual is correct, but realization also you can give marks, right? Lifetime membership fees are deducted annually as applicable as income for the lifetime membership fees are deducted annually as applicable as income for the income statement. Yes, true. Every year you allocate the income, right? Okay, from the membership, life membership. The income stay expenditure is prepared on the cash basis. No, it is accrual basis. Receipts and payments only cash basis, right? Okay. Indicate whether the equity would increase or decrease in a partnership. Guys, the following statements regard no, no, sorry. Individual equity balance would increase or decrease or remain unchanged due to following transaction. Purchase of textile, that is very simple. Purchase of textiles on credit to the if you take account in equation, no, what is it? Asset increase, liability increase. So will it increase, decrease, or remains unchanged? Here, not no changes. Loss of textile stocks, guys. Okay, equity. It's an expense, so it would decrease. Obtaining a long-term loan, no change. Payment by the owner to a business creditor, capital, so it is increase. So it is no change, decrease, no change, increase. Indicate whether the following statements regarding partnership are true or false, guys. So question number 38, true or false. In a partnership where partners provided loan, the interest paid for that loan is recorded in the product. No, true, yes. 38. In a partnership where partner has provided loan, the interest paid for that loan is recorded in the profit or loss appropriation account. False. It is in profit or loss statement, not appropriation account. What is recorded in appropriation? Interest on capital, partner salary and appropriation profit, right? Okay. Next one. A partnership cannot be conducted without a partnership agreement. Yes, you should have an agreement. True. On liquidity is current, false. There is capital too. In the absence of partnership agreement, profit loss, short loss must be distributed equally among the partners. So here the same question, no? So here the word is missing equally. Here guys the word equally among partners. It is true. Distributed equally among true. Question number 39. Indicate how a partner guys, some of y'all did not know how to answer this, Buddha. Indicate how a partner should contribute to receive the following. How? By how to obtain part? Not equal or they never said what does the provision say? This is a theory question. Partner salary by involving in management or you can use the word what? Administration. That's why you get salary. Why there is profit or loss share? Because of bearing risk, right? Because of bearing risk, right? They're asking not how they should share. They're asking like, look, how partners should contribute to a business. How should they contribute to a business to receive the business benefit? So if you are involving management, you can get a salary there. So if your partners are yeah, partners are not entitled for salary according to the ordinance, no, but they can have salary. So they are saying to get that benefit, what should the partner do? So next one. B they have marked on. No, B should be, it's true. If they mention partnership cannot be conducted without a written agreement, that is true because you can have verbal agreement or through conduct, no, through practice, right? Okay. No, no. Partnership cannot be conducted without partnership agreement. You can't, no, you should have an agreement. So it should be true statement. Cannot be conducted. Yes, you can't conduct without an agreement. Understood? Cannot be conducted without an agreement. True. Yes, you can't conduct an agreement without a partnership agreement. You can't conduct a business without a partnership. So next one, a company had a initial share of 8 million consisting of 100,000 shares. The company should 40,000 shares. Additionally, on 2004, reserve capitalization 5 is to 1 for each share, 70. What is the value of reserve capitalization? Okay. What is the change in equity? Right. Okay. Let's do the calculation here. The equity at the beginning was rupees 8 million. So this 8 million means how many shares? This 8 million means 100,000 shares. Okay. 100,000 shares. So the price was 80 rupees. Okay. Next part are they saying? On 2023 October, the company issued 40,000 shares at 75. So the company had issued 40,000 shares at 75. So this will give me 4 into 7, 28. 3 million. No. So this will give me 3 million. Okay. On 2024, reserve capitalization 5 is to 1. So altogether now how many shares do they have? They have 140,000 shares. So they are going to capitalize 5 is to 1. So 1 share for every 5 shares means for 140 it is equal to 140 divided by 5. 140 divided by 5. 28,000 shares they are going to give. At what price? At 75. So 28,000 shares multiplied by 75 is 2,100,000. So finally now what are they asking? What is the value of reserve capitalization? 2,100,000. Was it marked correctly in your papers? 2,100,000. Anyone got correct for that answer if you have done it correctly? Can you all hear me? Hello? Can no? Ah, respond, respond. In the absence of agreement, there is a set of rules. No, no, there should be any agreement. Should there are conditions that are mentioned in the agreement, but a partnership to be conducted, there should be at least agreement. There should be any sort of agreement. At least like who are the partners, there should be an agreement. Right? So, guys, 2,100,000. What was the change in equity means, guys? Even though the stated capital is now equal to 11, 11, 13,100. Look, guys, it's a very good question. Eh? This will increase equity. This will not increase equity. So answer is rupees 3 million. Capitalization will not increase equity. No, guys. Okay, it will increase the stated capital. But because you are capitalizing, your reserve will decrease by the same 2,100,000. So answer is equity. What was the change in equity and not what is the value of equity as that, because we don't know the equity value. No, guys, the change is only due to normal issue. bonus issue will not Bonus issue will not increase the equity. Right. Question number 41. Adjusting event on unadjusting event, guys. Court issued a verdict against the company on April 10 to pay. So are they giving when is the like approval date? Yes, June. So yes, adjusting event. June 5, yes, before June 20th, the goods were sold after the reporting period, non-adjusting. As of March 31st, stock value for was recorded but was sold on June 25th after non-adjusting. Right, okay. Machine with the carrying amount was destroyed. You know, if it is destroyed due to flood or fire, non-adjusting. According to conceptual framework, guys, this is an easy question. What is it? The qualitative of financial information. Now you can write for what is it? Relevance Faithful representation, you can write timeliness, understandability, comparability, verifiability. Okay, that is easy. Capitalization was 1960. Did they mention any condition? Additionally, on 2024 110, a reserve capitalization 5 is to 1 for each existing share at rupees 70 each. Okay. 40,000 was issued on 2023 10-1. Okay, 40,000. Already there was 100,000. So 140,000 divided by 5 is 28,000. Am I correct? 28,000. 140,000 divided by 5. Yes, multiply by okay, okay. I wrote here 75, guys. There is a small mistake in my answer. Wait, 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 wait. Can you all notice Buddha in the screen? I wrote here 75, no? But it was not 75, no? How much is the answer? Guys, I wrote there 75, but what? Ah, no, question is saying 75, yes. In your question, if anyone has the paper check, it's 70, no? Here, I just saw this 75 wrong. Look, it was silly mistake. It's not 75, no? It is 70. So 28,000 multiplied by 70 is equal to how much, guys? Okay. I made a mistake there. It's 1,960,000. Anyone got 1960? Without so, I'll write here 1960. Why, guys? They said 70. I wrote 75. I actually saw that 75. Should have been 70. Is that clear? Right? Is that clear? Is that clear? 70, no? I here, with 70, I saw it as like 75 here. That's 40,000. No? So it should be 70, yeah, not 75. So answer is 1960. Right. Question number 43, no? Discount factor, guys. You look, I taught this you all even at the before the exam. Also, I taught you all this. I said to you all there's something. Oh no, this was taught like in. Yes, I taught you all. No, right. On I don't know. On this date, we did not. We had not answered this chapter. I don't know. We did not discuss. I don't remember. Right. So on April 1st, a motor vehicle was acquired under lease agreement with the initial payment of 145,000 and with direct cost of 55. So initial payment means down payment 145,000 and direct cost 55,000. Lease term is 5 years. Annual installment is 500. So every year when you pay 500 to you are settling your loan how much? When this amount, the difference between one and these amounts are that interest rate. So if you take your calculator, 500 multiplied by 0.89, quickly use your calculator, 500 multiplied by 0.89, 445. Here it is 400, 5 sevens are 35, 355, 6, 320, then 500 into 0.57, no, 0.57, 285. How much is the answer you get, guys? 285 plus 355, 320 plus 845. 1805. 1805. Value to be recognized with a 1805 plus 200 is 2005. I discussed this on the stage, right? You all remember, right? Okay, 2005. Net cash flow from operations they are given. They are asking what is the profit for the year ending, right, guys? So, question number 44, let's calculate the profit for the year ending. So, how to calculate this? Decreasing inventory, take the I will do using the calculator, but it's I have to show the working, decreasing inventory 14,000, you have to add. Increase in payable 30,000, you have to add. Increase in receivable 25,000, you have to minus. Interest expense, you have to add 10,000. Interest paid, you have to minus 8,000. Depreciation, you have to add 25,000. Income tax paid, you have to minus 13,000. Net cash flow is 150,000. Take your calculator and go in reverse. Take your calculator to find out the net profit, not before tax. Yeah? Here we calculate net profit before tax. Then, if you add the income tax 15,000, you get the answer. Let's see. Did anyone got that correct, Pudha? Very simple. You go in reverse. 150 plus 13 plus 8 plus 25 minus 30 minus 14 minus 10 minus 25. You get how much? I'll check this again. Decrease in inventory 14,000 at increase in payable at increase in receivable minus interest expense at depreciation at income tax paid minus interest paid minus, that is correct. Net cash flow from operating activity is 150, correct. So net profit before tax plus this 15 will be the final answer. Right. Check your answer, guys. Then 150 plus 13 plus 8 plus 25 minus 30 minus 14 minus 10 minus 25. This is not this. 117 minus the income tax, not plus, minus the income tax. So 117,000 net profit before tax. If you minus income tax 15,000, you will get 100. Anyone got that answer, Buddha? 102,000. Anyone got 102,000? Right, next one. Question number 45. Following summary information relates to an employee's payroll, right? Employee's payroll at a limited liability, if calculate on gross salary. Okay. So 8% employee, if 8% is 4,800, how much is 100%? It's equal to 60,000 gross salary, right? So gross salary is 60, 12 percentage EPF contribution. So 12 percentage EPF is 60,000 multiplied by 12 percentage is equal to 7,200. 3 percentage means 1,800. 1,800 to 7,002 put this time this is equal to 9,000. 9,000 plus 60,000. 69,000 is total salary. Net salary is from that 69,000, they will minus employee contribution 48,000, loan installment, not 48, 4,800, loan installment 3,500, salary advance it should have been mentioned that's a reduction, 10,000. So 69 minus 4,008. So use the calculator. 69 69,000 minus 4,800 minus 3,500 minus 10,000. 4,800, 3,500 and 10,000. Gross salary 16, 69 is this one. Total salary 60,000 minus 4,800 minus 3,500 minus 10,000. Anyone got 41,700? Anyone got 41,700? Right. Mention the documents, guys. This was taught in, even though the question is document, this was taught in Yapute, management accounting. Notifying the purchase department of a shortage of inventory in the warehouse. You are informing the purchase department. So, what is the answer, guys? Anyone? Purchase requisition note. Confirming the goods that have been received in the warehouse from the suppliers. Goods received note. This one, guys, okay. Time taken, time sheet. 41,700 is correct. Right. Reporting receipts and issuance of stock with values to a warehouse, guys. That is actually the store's ledger. Indicate whether the break-even sales will increase or decrease or remain unchanged. This is simple, guys. Total fixed cost divided by contribution is break-even point. Contribution is selling price minus variable cost. So I'm going to say what would increase in fixed cost. If this increase, Puta, this will increase. So answer is increase. Decrease in variable cost. Look guys, 10 minus 6 is equal to 4. 40,000 divided by 4 is equal to 10,000. Look, if you can't understand, you can do a calculation as this. A decrease in, if I make this 2 rupees, this will become 8. If this is 8, this will become 5,000. Break even point will decrease. Then decrease in selling price will increase the contribution. No, so here, sorry, decrease in selling price will decrease contribution. If I decrease the contribution, this will increase. Increase in expected sales units, that has no change in what with the break even. Very simple. Question number 48 again related to overhead. This one. A manufacturing organization has two cost centers, assembly finishing. The company produces a product named P with the following information. So look guys, a 20% profit margin is applied to the production cost of each unit and the selling price per unit is 2880. Overhead cost absorbed by each department they are asking. Okay, the total amount they are asking, very simple. So, labor hours per unit is equal to 4 Puta, okay? Overhead cost per labor is equal to 1. First of all, if anyone is confused, Puta, you should do this. Assembly finishing department, overhead is there. Okay, මෙහෙම කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, but if you are confused. So this total overhead should be recorded and divided by, now here they are saying labors, no? So labors, total labors in each department. Then you would get an answer, no? That is the per unit, per cost centers overhead multiplied by how many hours. Then you will get overhead absorbed per unit. Okay, overhead absorbed per unit. Now, what is the information they are given? Labor hours per unit, 4 hours, 5 hours. Per labor hour, 275. Okay, 200 and then 75. Now they are saying, yes, yes. Can you all understand this, Buddha? The 75 and the 200 I have recorded? Students, understood? Right. Now you all see here the clue is, Buddha. The production quantity is 1500 units. So per hour 4 kilo kiyanne. Per hour, per unit 4 means 1500 units means how many hours? 6000 labor hours. 6000 hours. So if this is equal to 200, this is 6000 means 1,200,000. Look how simple. That's the clue there. And here 75 for a unit 5 means for 1500 is 7500 hours. So 7500 multiplied by 75 will be equal to, let me use the calculator, 7500, 562,500. 562. Anyone got correct for this problem? 1,200,000, 562, 500. Anyone got correct for this? Good. Then 49. Using assembly the information provided. I changed this question. I don't have the original question. Can anyone send me a WhatsApp the original question? I don't have it, guys. I changed the question that they remember. So 50th one. If you all can send me a WhatsApp with original question, I will discuss that. A company has decided to purchase a solar panel for its factory at a cost of 1250. Useful lifetime is 5 years. There is no salvage value. It is expected that the solar panel will generate annual income 400. Additionally, maintenance cost 10,000 per month will be incurred. Company depreciates property, plant, and equipment using the straight line method. Calculate the risk. Estimated net cash flow for the first year. Right. First year cost is 1,250,000. Are first year, sorry. That is year zero, no? Annual income 400,000 plus. It's a plus. Maintenance cost 10,000 per month. 10,000 per month. So estimate cash flow is 280. That's an easy one. I thought something else. No. Expected annual net profit, guys. Annual net profit is okay. So we can take the same 280,000. This 280,000. However, you have to minus what? Depreciation 1,250,000 divided by 5 years is equal to 250,000. Answer is 30,000. 30,000. So 280,000 and 30,000. So guys, that is the end of this paper, no? So did anyone send me? Haribudayana. I'll see what was that 49 question. Okay. Right, I got the question. I'll discuss the 49th one. 49 question I'm going to discuss, right? Okay. So the following information relates to a manufacturing product. Total cost is the question, right? Okay. So let me create. Total cost when 50 units, right? When the quantity is 50 and the quantity is total cost they have given 65,000. Total cost they have given 90,000. This is the question, right? Contribution is 50 percentage. Uh, yes, just a minute. Yeah, contribution is 50 percentage. Question is, what is it? Calculate the number of units to be sold to earn a profit of, it's not clear, 125,000. So to calculate the number of units to be sold to earn 125,000 profit. Can anyone can you confirm this is the question? It's 125,000 if I'm correct. I can't see, it's not clear. 125,000, is it? Right. So how to do this? You all know that contribution is 50% means the total is total cost, right? Total cost. And so we can find this very simply. Number of units to be sold to earn 125,000 profit. First thing you can do is, when 25 units are increased, total cost is increased means 35, 25. So therefore, 25,000 cost increase due to 25 units means 1,000 is going to be the variable cost per unit. So if total cost is 65,000, variable cost at the quantity of 50, variable cost is 1,000 into 50, 50,000 means fixed cost is equal to 15,000, right? So fixed cost 15,000. So if variable cost is 1,000, contribution is 50 percentage, selling price minus variable cost is equal to contribution. If this is 1,000, this is also 1,000, selling price is 2,000. Right? So you can say, even you can do the break even like this. Break even point is total fixed cost divided by contribution 1,000, which is equal to 15 units. So if you want 125,000 profit, you all know fixed cost plus profit is equal to contribution. So fixed cost is 15,000, profit is equal to 125,000, contribution should be 140,000. So 140,000 should be contributed from 1 unit. If it is only 1,000 means you have to sell 140 units. Was it 140 as your answer? 140 units. Right, that's the end of this paper. Did you all understand the explanations? All 50 questions were discussed, right? I discussed all 50 questions. No? All 50. The 49, their information was not enough. That's what I gave you a separate question. Question number 49 was quantities were given, total cost were given, contribution was given. Question was how much it is to be sold to earn profit of 125,000. And can I reply Ternada, Ternada? And your last Tuesday paper was a very, very good paper. I'll discuss you the 2025 paper after it completed. But before you answer the 25 paper, can you explain 50 again? 50, yeah. Quantity 50. Can you say the cursor, guys? Okay, the mouse, maybe cursor is on the mama. I can't write again. Can you see the cursor? Screen में cursor pen on. Pen on. अरे बताइए. 50, 75 means when the quantity increase by 25, what cost will increase? Variable cost. So for 25,000 cost increase because of 25 units means that is due to variable cost now. So variable cost is 1,000. Contribution is 50 percentage of selling price means if this is 50 percentage contribution, variable cost is the other 50 percentage. No? So if this is 1,000, this is also 1,000. So selling price is 2,000. Okay. The number of units to be sold to earn 125 profit is equal to how you know at quantity 50, total cost 65, variable cost is 50,000. How 50 per unit 1,000 means for 50 units it is 50,000. So fixed cost is 50. So if you want to make a profit of 125, you should first of all collect 15 contribution and then 125. Altogether, you should collect 140 as contribution. So from one unit, you can only collect 1,000 contribution means to collect 140,000 contribution so that you will make 125 profit. You have to sell 140 units. I hope you understand. Right. Harvard, so any doubts? Any doubts, that? Right. So listen, the 50th question you said, I was at 49. So 50th question, very simple. Now, hello guys. Annual income is 400,000 cash inflow. Monthly 10,000 means annually 120,000. So first year 280,000 is the net cash flow. Okay. Annual net profit means for 1 year profit. So 400 income, 120 expense means 280,000 no profit. But depreciation is there. No? Without depreciation only, we say the cash flow. This with depreciation only, you calculate the profit is equal to 30,000. So what will I do? I don't have time to discuss the other paper right now. I'll allocate a separate time. If time permits, join the. I don't think next one I might give the link in WhatsApp, guys. Okay, I might view through my website so that you'll be ready. I'll say I won't say suddenly there is the session, so I'll inform you all at least like before 5 hours, right? There is a session on this time, so join through that. I hope you all understood this. Do the paper again. Do part, now I want you to at home sit and do because we discussed 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24. Sit and do the full 50 MCQs, not chapter wise. In our revision, we did chapter wise, no. So do the full 50 MCQs from 2020 to 2024. Then is stay for the discussion of the next paper that you had the last exam and then you try 25 with timing, right? Okay. So, guys, due to lack of time, I'm going to end up the session. I hope you understood. I will have another session too, right? Even for part two, also, I might be having session to discuss 25, 24, and all. This is fine, no? Online is fine, right? I'm not charging anything also, right? So, but I'll be going with like students who join the session for the next class. Yeah, I just posted in this community where there are where there are many students like there are 100 capacity nothing on guys okay if outsiders join right spark kavada udita kavada only yeah hurry so guys I'm going to then end the session right okay have a nice day keep on learning when I කරන්න එදා මම ෆෙයාවෙල් එක 28 එහෙම 29 ද මොකක්ද කියලා නෑ Tuesday තියෙන්නේ නේ Tuesday right okay so some students replied me so you said it differently no it's Tuesday right okay so do work guys papers කරන්න දිගට papers කරන්න right okay that's right see you all I'll update the next session right okay in your group right wait there's a question can you check question number 39 wait I'll check someone did I make a mistake no it's correct that is before my correction you said right okay at 70 yes Alright, friends, welcome, Hari. Ehna, yeah, Hari. Right, okay, 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 right. I'll end the meeting.